Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Stardew Valley tutorial Let's Play series. This episode will be continuing on from where we left off in episode 1 on the farm that I've chosen to do this series with, which is the Riverland farm. Because I can not only farm, I can fish as well. So just my personal preference. Fishing can be very frustrating until you get used to it, but trust me when I tell you, eventually you can get the hang of it. Before I get into any of that though, I was going through some of these tabs telling you about some of the things to do with this. I didn't touch the map, so let's go over the map. So here we are. This is my farm area here, where you can see all the riverways and obviously Riverland farm. Over here you can see is the town. And when you hover over the buildings, you will see it tells you who lives there and what type of building it is. So next to the general store is Harvey's Clinic, and then you've got your general store. Notice its opening times 9 AM to 6 PM and closed on Wednesdays. So today is Wednesday, it will be closed, so no buying seeds from there. Over here to the underneath my farm you've got Marnie's Ranch. To the right of that you've got Willow Lane, Jodie, Kent and Sam. So as you can see, it tells you, if you hover over most of the buildings, not all of them, but most of them, it tells you who lives there. For example, like with the blacksmith I mentioned before, Clint is at the blacksmith, but it doesn't tell you Clint. Down below that you've got the museum for when you find artifacts, you can take them there. And down here you've got the fish shop, which is where I've just got a quest now to go to get my fishing rod. Up here you've got the mine, which is where we'll be going to go mining, and the Adventurers Guild next to that. So this is the map, and basically as you do quests, as you do tasks, you will unlock different areas of the map. As the story progresses, bits of the map will become available to us. For now, the mine is out of bounds because there's a landslide here caused by Jojo Mart. So we can't get across the bridge into the mine because it's blocked. But you'll see that it opens up soon to us. Anyway, so let's go back to my farm. So here I am on the third day after starting. If we come outside, it's raining. So I don't need to water my crops because they'll be watered for me by the rain. I've got all of them planted. I've spent all my gold, so it doesn't matter if I die. I won't lose and get knocked out. It won't, through exhaustion, it won't matter because I won't lose any gold. So if we look at my quests, you'll see the latest letter I got was this one, to the beach. Someone named Willie invited you to visit the beach south of town. He says he has something to give you. So he says to visit the beach south of town before 5 PM. So let's go do that now, because it would be nice to have a fishing rod so I can show you fishing, because after all this is the river farm. Okay, so to get to the beach we'll just go to the right. All the way across like this and then straight down will take us to the beach. That then will start the little in animation of meeting Willie. So here we are, he's giving us his fishing rod, so we'll be able to fish. Right, okay, so I've got my fishing pole. Time to mention something which is important for you to be aware of so early in the game. If we go into the map, okay, over here you'll see is the community centre. Now, we're going to get an introduction to the community centre in probably a few episodes' time, okay, but you need to know a little about it ahead of time, because to do the community centre tasks in repairing each part of the community centre, you have to forage different items, you have to farm different items, and you have to mine and fish and etc. All different types of skills. But the items you farm, forage and fish are seasonal. Now at the moment we're in the springtime, which means when we farm we can only farm springtime crops and harvest springtime crops. But it's important that we sow and harvest one of each of the different types of the springtime crops, because they'll be needed for when we start to do the community centre tasks. And if we don't bother doing any of the foraging or farming, and springtime moves to summer, we're then going to have to wait another year for it to get back to springtime. So I mean, you don't have to do it all in order of each season, but just to be aware of that. I mean, I doubt I'll catch all the fish for the spring season. Now, talking of that, you've got the sea where you can fish, and you've got rivers where you can fish, and you catch different types of fish in the sea and the rivers. So let's have a go at fishing first here at the sea and see if we can catch something. So if you highlight your fishing pole and then keep the left mouse button pressed, that's how you cast out. And you're waiting for this to make a sound and move, and then you left click. Like so. There we go, we got a hit. Now what we have to do is keep that green bar behind the fish, and it does take some getting used to, I can assure you. It is not easy, it jumps all over the place, but you do get used to it eventually. And it becomes second nature. Sure, it can be very frustrating, sometimes it'll just jump right up and you'll lose, but that's a part and parcel of it. So we caught a sardine. That's one fish you can catch from the sea. Now when you're fishing, you are using up 8 energy each cast, as you can see. So let's now head to the beach. On the beach there are items that can appear, clams and what's this? Oh, I didn't mean to fish on the beach. Okay, we got a clam, and there's other types of items which you should be picking up, because you can sell them to the fish shop. So it's definitely worth your while every now and again paying a visit to the beach to grab these different items. See, we got a mussel, can all be sold. Now over here is a bridge that if we get 300 wood, we can fix this bridge. So there's an early goal that perhaps we can try for, to gather 300 wood so we can fix that bridge. That will open up this side of the beach, which will have more clams and mussels and other items for us to make quick money with. These can also be used in recipes, so eventually we'll want to save them for the recipes for crafting, but for now it's all about the money. If you left click, you sell the whole stack. If you right click, you sell one at a time. Okay, now the sardine I will keep for the community centre task. I'm not sure if it's needed. In fact, if we press the E key, oh no, it doesn't show us at the moment, but we can when the community centre tasks open up, we can view what's needed for the tasks using when we go into the inventory. Okay, for now let's head back to the farm and see what we can fish up there. Now I'm going to go a different way back. So I'm going to go all the way across the bottom here, past the sewer, which is not opened up that area yet. And anyone I see, I'll right click on. I've already met Lewis, so that doesn't matter. But get in the habit of anyone that you see just right clicking on them so you can introduce yourself to them, and that way you'll be updating your introductions quest. Okay, now up here takes us back to my farm, which I really need to start clearing some of the land. These big boulders, you can't remove these until you've upgraded your pickaxe to, I think it's steel, or might be copper. I'll have to check. It's been a little while since I've done that. Okay, let's head back to the top. And just clearing a bit of space. Okay, now because we don't have many inventory slots at the moment, we have to keep using the chest. Otherwise our pocket will get full. But we can unlock this row and this row once we make enough money, which is something we will want to do. That's one of our priorities. For now, let's see if we can get some fish, because we can eat them for energy. Okay, I'm getting just junk at the moment, but the junk can be used. Right, so here we go, a bit of fishing. Now, with this, keeping that green box behind it, it's a case of keeping you have to keep the pressure on and off, and as you fish, you will get used to the fact that you don't fully release the mouse button, you actually keep an even pressure on it, that you can release and press to gauge the bar behind the fishing, if that makes sense. You'll see. You just get the hang of it. It's amazingly difficult to start with, but you do get used to it eventually. Now, when we gain some levels with fishing, that green bar that you see behind the fish, see how it can jump sometimes, and if you're not careful you can lose control. Okay, so that green bar will get bigger as we gain levels with fishing, but I believe we have to get, if we take a look with the skills, I believe it gets bigger once we get our fishing to there. But don't quote me on that, I'll need to check. Okay, let's see if we can get more fish. Because remember, we can sell them or eat them. But I want to try and show you an assortment of items that you can get through fishing. Now that's a handy one, the Jojo Cola, because that gives us energy and health. Wow, that was a quick one. It's nice when the fish goes to the bottom because it can make it very easy. Okay, so you can see so far we're getting bass and we just got a shad. So different types of fish. I can catch one more item and then I might have to use the chest. Sometimes it can be easy if it stays right at the bottom like that, but then you can be sure it will jump eventually. Okay, another smallmouth bass. And another one. Now see at the top there's a treasure chest. If I can, if you keep it within that, you get the treasure, but it makes it extremely difficult doing the fish as well at the same time. But you can do it. It is possible. It's just very difficult until you get used to it. There we go. So I managed to get the treasure and the fish. I wouldn't try getting the treasure until you are very used to fishing, because otherwise it'll just make you lose the fish. Oh, we got 10 bait. Causes fish to bite faster. Must be first attached to a fishing rod. Well, that was handy. Okay, so I've never used bait before. What I'm going to need to do though is empty out my inventory because I've got too many items. So I could actually put the farming stuff and the pickaxe, and let's throw this stuff in there. There we go. Right, okay. So now I'm just trying to work out, I've never had bait before, I'm trying to work out how you attach it to the fishing rod. Causes fish must be first attached to a fishing rod. Well, I'll have to look into that. I don't want to waste time now, but you can't right click it on and you can't left click it on, so that is something I shall have to work out. Let's keep fishing. See how many fish we can get. I believe the paper, the glasses, the cans, all of this stuff can go into a recycler later on once we unlock that recipe. and so we'll be able to use all of these junk items. So never throw nothing away or destroy it. Ah, there, you see, so we got another type of fish. We got a bream. Now, once it gets to night time, we will start getting different fish, because there's certain fish that can only be caught at night. So that's what I'm seeing. I think bream might be one of them, though I'm not sure. Oh, another big of bream. Cool. Oh, another even bigger bream. You see there that this one has got a little silver star underneath it. That means it's better quality than this one. See, this bream gives 13 energy, 5 health. This one gives 18 energy and 7 health. You can also get gold starred items as well. So there's 3 tiers. There's the normal, there's the better quality, and then there's the gold top quality. And if you fish too close to the bank, sometimes it will just hit the bank and you won't actually be able to fish. So I always keep my finger pressed till it gets near the end. Like that. Got to keep an eye on our energy. We've got 90 left, and the eye on the time. You don't want it getting too late, otherwise we will pass out. But now you can see a good list of all different items that you can catch. What I shall do is keep one of each type of fish and sell all the others. Right, okay, it's 12 AM now, so I'm not going to risk passing out. Now, what you can do, before you go to sleep, like I say, you can sell all of the fish. By right-clicking, you can put one at a time in there. In actual fact, I want it the other way around. So I'm going to keep one of each type of fish and sell the rest of them. The better quality fish I will always keep. So I can put that, and that in there for now, and sell these fish, make a little bit of money. Okay, to sell them, we put them in this bin over here. There you go, and okay that. Now when we go to sleep and wake up in the morning, we'll see what we get for them. Ah, we got a fishing level. And you can see we got quite a bit of money for the fish, so it was well worth it. Okay, so the routine is when you wake up, first check the telly, because you're looking for something like this: living off the land or recipes. So spring onions, southwest of town, where the river meets the ocean. You can always find a whole bunch growing out there in the dirt, which is very true and a good source for making money. First things first though, let's water our crops and get our tools back as well. Okay, so what I want to do is go buy a load more crops, get our crops planted. We want to make money so we can expand our inventory pocket space. So the best way to do that is farming and fishing. Another nice thing about the Riverways farm is if my watering can's empty, it's so close for me to fill it up. I do like that. And because I enjoy farming, it's very handy. But of course, once we get sprinklers, we won't have to worry about doing all of this with the watering can. Right, so it's out. You face the water with your watering can highlighted and left click. That refills your watering can. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why aren't you going and buying your seeds before you do this? Because the shop does not open until 9 AM. So you'll see that you've got time to water all your plants, then you can head to the shop. Okay, and what I'm going to do is spend all of my gold on more seeds, because I want lots more farms. And I need to start clearing this space over here, because this is all good farmland. Okay, right, let's head to the shop and buy a load more seeds. Now this time what I'm going to do is buy one of each different type. Also, what you want to keep being in the habit of is checking for foraging, for plants lying on the ground, which we will take a look to see if we can find any soon. Perhaps in another episode. Or maybe this episode if we have time. Okay, now here, outside of the shop is a billboard. There's two uses for it. The first use is looking to see when people's birthdays. When it's someone's birthday, if you want to improve your relations with them, give them a gift on their birthday. So this calendar is very handy for that. Also, if you forget what the season is, it tells you up here. So very useful for that. Okay, the next use is quests. So if I right click here, just where this flashing exclamation mark is, oh, you've got to face upwards, you'll see that you can get quests. I have a craving for Jojo Cola. Well, and that's Willy, so now I have got a Jojo Cola, so that's an easy 75 gold. Oh, there's the timer. Okay, so I'll accept that quest because I can go grab my Jojo Cola and sell that to Willy. Also, it will improve my relations. Each time you do a quest for someone, you will slightly increase your relations with them. Okay, now what I wanted to quickly show you was go into the shop with all the money that you've got, and you want to buy one of each of the different types of seeds. So we got parsnips, so we want one bean. Oh, I should have emptied my pocket out. We want cauliflowers. I think we're going to want a few of them for the community centre, because we need a gold quality one if I remember correctly. So let's buy 4 of them for now. Potato seed, tulip bulb, kale seeds. Oh, this is actually the best crop to plant, the kale seeds, for spring season, because it would either be the cauliflowers or the kales, but the cauliflowers take 12 days to produce, but the kales only 6 days. So the kale seeds is actually the one that I want to start growing in earnest. Trouble is though, I'm out of money, and it's just a jazz seed which I didn't get, but that's okay because I'm pretty sure that's not a part of the community quest. Anyway, so there we go. There's your target. As quick as you can, early as you can in the month, get at least one of each different type of seeds. For the cauliflowers though, I think we're going to need a gold quality one, so you might need to buy a few of them. Like, I'm going to eventually buy 10 of these, and all my farming is going to be on kale seeds for sure, because that's where the money is at. Anyway, that's enough for this episode. Wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching, and have a fantastic day. Goodbye.